Howdy folks, this is a Dark Knight up to level 40. This is Shadowbringers 5.0. At level 35 we get Blood Weapon, increases blood gauge by 10. We don't really need to know that until much later on. It restores MP upon landing weapon skills or spells. Effect does not stack when hitting multiple targets with a single attack, such as your Unleash. Duration of 10 seconds with instant cast, 60-second off global cooldown. Now the best way to pop this guy is to A, burn mana, and B, put your dark side on. So we're going to do Edge of Darkness or Flood of Darkness. Since I'm up against a single target, we're going to do Edge of Darkness. Immediately afterwards we're going to put our Blood Weapon on cooldown. By doing this, you're putting both the Blood Weapon on cooldown and the Dark Side on cooldown. And by doing two of these, they kind of match the same cooldown. Notice how it says 50 seconds on the helmet, or 47, 45, and it also says the same cooldown on the Blood Weapon. Now the Blood Weapon, while you're in the actual Blood Weapon, make sure you use weapon skills or spells by means of doing something like your Hard Slash into your Siphon Strike. You just keep doing those if it's a single target. If it's an AoE, you're going to spam your Unleash. You can typically get from anywhere from 4 to 5 weapon skills or spells. At level 38, we get Shadow Wall, reduces damage taken by 30%. This is instant cast with 120-second off cooldown. Much like the Warrior Guide, this is basically tethered along with your arm's length because they mostly just have the same cooldown. And this is what it looks like. And on level 40, we get Edge of Darkness, deals magic damage with a potency of 350. This is basically the same as Flood of Darkness, but this is a single target. This is an ability with an instant cast. So instead of doing your Flood of Darkness, you can go ahead and cast this guy on a single target if you're fighting a boss. So it's going to give you that timer for the dark side. The helmet's going to light up and you're going to get a 30-second timer. Just make sure you keep up with the timer here. Obviously you can just press it twice and get 60 seconds. But of course, before you jump into a dungeon example here, your main concern is cooldowns. Your second main concern is your dark side. Make sure that never goes off. Nope, my durability is kind of low. So make sure that helmet is always staying lit. If it's single target, do your Edge of Darkness, and if it's multiple targets, more than one, go ahead and do your Flood of Darkness. And try to keep it in a straight line, like I did, like I showed it to you guys in the level 30 example. Put your grit on, and let's do this. Another trick is, while you're moving, you can always just unmend the target behind you. Make sure you're always doing some form of damage though. Gonna pop our low blow, reprisal. You guys should know how to do this from the Warrior Guide. And if not, there you go. We're just going straight into the boss. It's kind of slow, so I may as well grab it. So boss mechanics, go ahead and do your single target rotation. We have multiple targets, so we're just going to do AoE instead. I pop my arm's length. I don't think this guy can be hit with stun. Let's get behind the boss. Great, the healer didn't get hit. Let's pop my Shadow Wall. Into Rampart. Down to a single target, so let's do our Soldier Rotation. It's a single target, so we're going to do our Edge of Darkness instead of the Flood. Make sure you keep those nasty fires away from the rest of your group. You are playing the tank. pay attention to boss mechanics. I'm gonna do a reprisal here soon. It just depends whether or not the boss will move. No, perfect. Just as I do it. Move the other way here. Look at me explaining to make sure to keep your mana not maxed out, and look at me doing it, keeping that mana maxed out. All right. Well, I was kind of iffy, but it did explain all of the new abilities just fine, and I think that's pretty good for Dark Knight up to level 40. We'll see you guys next time for 50.